What's going on, everybody? I'm Kevin from Cigar Prop, and it is another Tech Tip Sunday. I'll answer a couple of questions about my new head tattoo. It's actually a cover-up. I had it done about 12 years ago, started to fade. A little more than 15 hours worth of work to it, about $3,000. So I'm just going to throw that out there, answer those two questions. It was like, how long did it take? How much it cost, how bad it hurt. It hurt real bad. It didn't hurt that much when I was younger. Now that I'm older, it sucks. I'm here in my office this morning and my little 3D print farm that I got going on. It's an absolute disaster area in here because I'm performing maintenance on my machines. You know, I yell at you folks about maintenance all the time, but I'm the same way. I'm just as lazy as you are about doing maintenance. I noticed on one of my machines, it was starting to print a little off. I'm in the middle of a multi-hundred print job, and I'm like, you know, it's still coming out almost flawless. I've had to scrap just a couple of pieces. And when I scrapped that first piece, I should have just shut everything down. But then it progressively got worse, and I ended up scrapping 2, 3, 4 pieces. And I'm like, all right, let me tear all of these things down, all the machines that I have. I've got 3. One's pretty new. So that one's fine. I just boxed up 2 of my other ones to send back. I'm not happy with them. Those are brand new, like a month and a half old. So I'm sending those back, and I got 2 more of these basic units coming. Bamboo Lab P1S, man, it is a workhorse of the print farm industry. So yeah, you know, we get people coming in the shop all the time. Yeah, you know, my brake's been making noise for a couple of months, and they get it in, and now they need a caliper, they need rotors, they need other stuff. And you know, when you first started hearing the noise, you should have brought it in. You know, I noticed for a couple of months my transmission, I noticed a couple times it shuddered a little bit, and then you know, it's gotten worse. I just want to get a transmission flush. Whew. I don't think so. That's not happening anymore. Car comes in on a tow truck, fender all mangled, and because tire exploded and came apart, and it's a story. I noticed I had a little bit of vibration, and then I was on the highway, and then it got worse, and the tire exploded. And you know, it's just all of these things. It's this right here. You know, is this what I want to be doing on my Sunday morning? You know, we're just getting over the holiday season. I haven't had 2 days off in a row in 2 months. It's just been an absolute madhouse. I finally get 2 days off in a row. Got a Sunday, you know, it should be a nice, relaxing day. But here I am tearing apart all of my machines, or 2 of the machines. And it's nice. I got one done this morning. Man, it's beautiful. It's so clean. I did an auto calibration. Man, it's running so smooth. Can't wait to throw a test print on there and see how well it comes out. I just started this machine right here. Probably it takes about 45 minutes, you know, to go through the whole machine, clean everything. And it wouldn't take that long if I would just keep up on the maintenance every few months, clean, lube, everything else. But I don't do it. You know, it's just same as your car. You know, it's just not something you want to do. And you know, this video is not gonna convince you otherwise. To go in there and perform, because nobody likes it. I've said this 1,000 times. Mechanics and dentists. That's it. Name me one other place you're thrilled about going, because mechanic and dentist, every time you go in, it's always something. Well, maybe my dermatologist. Well, for the first couple years, it was always something, and now it's just like, hey, you're a check, you're good to go. But every time the mechanic and the dentist, you know, you're just waiting. You're just waiting for that. It's inevitable. You know, they come to you with that clipboard. Well, here's what we found. What's this going to cost me now? And no, I don't need that. No, I don't need that. No, I don't need that. I think the dentist is maybe a little bit worse. No, we're not. We're mechanics. We're worse than the dentist. That's the reason people don't go into the mechanic, because it's always a laundry list. But that's your fault, for not maintaining your vehicle. You're the reason why there's always a laundry list of shit that's going wrong with your car. And then some cars, it just, the older cars, I got a little Buick LaCrosse that was in the shop. I finished it up. It's been in like the last 6 times. It's been like $600-700 every time, and the customer this time is like, oh man, I just had a bunch of work done. And it's just like, this time it was the water pump. And it's just like, it's an old car. I mean, we couldn't have caught this water pump the last time because it wasn't making noise and it wasn't squeaking. The time before that, it was a bad coil pack that went wrong, and we ended up having to replace the coil pack. And saying, oh, I just had it looked at. Well, it's not my fault. I'm sorry. Like, it's just things that go bad. So the older cars, that guy hates coming to see us. He loves us. He always brings us treats. He's a good guy, brings us all his vehicles. But I know he hates coming in with that one, because it's always something with the older vehicles. But one word of advice, man, like I said, just pay attention. And I said this a long time ago, and I did mention this to a customer about a week ago. He brought his wife's car in, and he's like, hey, I had to take this. My car is being detailed, and I noticed a weird vibration, and she said she didn't notice it. And I told him the same thing. I did a video on this a long time ago. It's a good idea to switch vehicles every now and then, because there are some little things that happen so gradually you don't notice them. It's that little bit of vibration, it's that little bit of noise, it's something, but it creeps up so tiny, and then you get used to it a little bit more each day, and then at one point you just drown it out. Like, you cannot hear it anymore. That is a real thing. And then someone else gets in your car and like, what the hell is that noise? And you're like, what noise? And like, you don't hear it? Oh, yeah, that's weird. That must have just started. And it didn't. It's been going on for a while. So pay attention to those noises, pay attention to those vibrations, those things that are different. If anything, if you do anything today, you could ignore anything. Do me a favor. It's Sunday. Take your spouse's vehicle out for a drive. Just take it out for a drive, and just turn the radio off, and then just give it a listen. Give it a feel. Have her do the same thing, or him, or whoever. Have the other person do the same thing with your vehicle, and just take it for a spin and ask them to do the same thing. No radio. Don't get distracted on your phone or what's going on. Just pay attention to the vehicle. It'll take 15-20 minutes, and you probably everything will be just fine. But maybe you'll be that one person be like, hey, son of a bitch, he was right. There is a little bit of noise in here. So get it into the shop, get it into your local Tires Plus, Firestone Complete Auto Care, Hibden Tires Plus, or Wheelworks if you're way out west. $9.99 complete vehicle inspection. It's like a report card for your car. Do me a favor though, when you go in to have a vehicle inspection done, in our shop we have really good people. Ask for the lead tech. Ask for the lead tech. If it's been a long time since you've had a vehicle inspection or anything like that, ask for the lead tech. Ask them like, hey, who's your best guy out there? And then ask for him. If he's busy, make an appointment and come back. It really is important that you have the lead technician, A-level technician, take a look at your vehicle. Not that the other technicians can't do it, but there are things that us lead techs, us A-level technicians, we're trained to look for that other people, other technicians maybe will miss. And if you can, like right before the job starts, give him $5. That's just between you and me. Don't tell my boss about that. He'll go over it real good then. Yeah, that's all I got. Swap cars for today. Take it for a quick spin. That's all we got. We'll see you next Sunday.